Very short video. Um, Shortest video, biggest answers. I'm going to try and stay with that theme because I'm here to tell you, I'm here to tell you many things, that time travel is real. I'm going to tell you a couple of things about how time travel works. Okay? Um, to understand time travel, you have to understand the perception of time and how to pass between 2 points. So I'm going to give you a couple of really simple examples. And you also need to watch the video that I made on trees are stars. Right? Also the video on multidimensional beings, how to understand you're a multidimensional being. And the reason that them two videos are going to help you understand is because they're going to understand the layers and how to pass between. So here's a couple of really simple things that you need to understand. Right? Time is a data stamp. You know when people say, oh, same different day, right? It's because it's a page in history. History, and I've mentioned this in other videos, but I'm compressing it into this video, that it's a story. Right. So date is a data stamp that relates to the page in history, in the story. This comes to me as I do it as well, new information. Now, so that's the simple thing, is a page a day, right? Turn it over the night, right? So you've got day and night. That's how it's viewed from the side, right? So then what you've got, because time travel is as simple as moving to another page, right? When you're reading a story, when you're in history, right? You start off and you're on particular, so it's like jumping from page 37 to page 150. Now we can perceive that because all we have to do is move pages. But to the story, to the reader, to the perceiver, and people go, yeah, it sounds clever, but it's too simple, or it's not. And no, because this is where dimensions and this is where perceptions, and when you read a story, you are taking in the data, right, the information, and you're watching it. How many times, for people who've read a book, right, when you think about the book, you think about it in images. People who've read books are like, did I read that book? Did I watch the film? It's data. These are things that people think that technology and sort of like computers and calculators and things that didn't exist back in the world. They were introduced in the story later because you have to understand the basics, right, the construct of the story itself, right? How words are pieced together, and then the sentences. So it's a story. The pages, each day is a page, day and night, and they move. Time travel is being able to move from one page to another, back or forth. So another reason why in the yeah, maybe another time for that bit then. So the video on dimensional beings is because to travel you have to, when a book is on its side you've got all the different layers, so they stand books up, right, and depending on what layer, what level you are, and they run sort of above and beyond the sea level as you are reading the pages through the sea land. Right. Try not to waffle on too much about this. It's just so much information to keep simple, and that's why we have multi-story buildings. Right, it's like a library, and to travel between pages is quite something to travel through our time. Multi-story buildings are another level because you're traveling between different books, and the next step is traveling between different libraries. So what I'm saying is the time travel is not as complicated as you think to figure out, right? And the answers are within, well, me, it seems. So they're to be shared at the correct time, because once you have started reading your first real book, then it's time to learn more. You know, sort of like the story develops in a book, and then you find something out later on that then makes, that's why they did that. That's why they did. And this is part of sort of like the thrillers and the different categories and the suspense, and because it makes for a good story. What a good story is finding out that you're in a story. So yeah, the basics of time travel. We can actually do it. Yeah. So watch Choose the Stars, because it's about the layers, and this is what sort of mining and quarrying and all of the answers are in the words. But you have to understand the words, you have to understand the meaning, and that's why the letters are used, because they let you understand more. For that one, a couple of videos like how to heal yourself, mentally, emotionally, and physically. I read that one as well. Right, okay, there's enough for now.